Hi guys, it's Najah
Destiny.
and today we're reading Cleo Edison Oliver, Playground Millionaire.
Chapter 15. Hopeful times 100. What happened? Mom wanted to know as soon as Cleo was in the van. She deserved it, Cleo said, slamming the side door shut. Why couldn't they have a nice minivan with the doors that quietly slid themselves closed at the push of a button? Mom turned in her seat to look at Cleo. I know she said something about you being adopted. It must have been pretty bad for you to hit her in the mouth. You hit a girl, JJ said with awe. Why did you hit a girl? If a boy had said what Lexi Lewis said, I would have hit a boy. What did she say? Mom asked. Can we talk about it later? Cleo clutched her backpack to her chest. Mom sighed, giving her that disappointed mom look that made her feel all broken up inside. All right, but you're not wiggling out of this one, Cleo. You will tell me. Mom eyed her in the rearview mirror. And the nerve gun, Cleo? What were you thinking? She wanted to say. Sometimes you can't think, you just need to trust your instincts. But in this case, a little more thinking probably would have been a good idea.
After lunch, Cleo took her backpack to the kitchen. She made sure the coast was clear and then she dumped Nikki's breakfast cookies. Everyone thinks they're disgusting in the trash can, being sure to cover them up. She rinsed out the baggie. Mom was fanatic about not adding the global landfill and put it in the drying rack. Then she realized seeing the baggie might remind Mom to ask about the cookies. And then she didn't want to have to break it to her just as badly as they flopped. So she stuffed the plastic bag in the trash too, being extra sure to cover that up. Then she went to her room and shut the door. She dragged her desk chair over to the closet. If she stood on her tippy toes, she could reach high enough. She pulled down the flat white box and set it on her bed. She took the chair to the door and jammed it under the doorknob. She sat on her bed and placed the box on her lap. She took off the lid and lifted out the little outfit inside. A lavender top with eight sewn, and orange butterflies. Lavender pants with satin orange ruffles around the bottom. They looked like dog clothes. They were so small. This is what she had been wearing the day her parents had gotten her. Clothes from her birth mom, purple and orange. Her fortune's favorite colors.
Underneath the lavender and orange outfit was a pink ruffly dress with pink ruffly underpants. This one was from the foster mom. In the one picture Cleo had seen of herself wearing it, she was bawling. She didn't blame herself. The dress was horrible times 100. She searched for the little plastic bag and plucked it out from among the ruffles. She admired the sparkly gold chain with the shiny heart pendant. She stood in front of the mirror on her closet door and held the tiny heart earrings up to her ears. Mom didn't want her ears pierced, maybe when she turned 11, she said. Cleo bugged her about it constantly, but so far, persuasion power hadn't gotten her anywhere with this one. She took out the necklace and put it on. It was something she did every once in a while. Not a whole lot, but sometimes. It was hard to think about her, this person known only as her birth mother. She was African American, Filipino, which meant Cleo had relatives all the way over in the Philippines. In Asia, she had been a college student when she got pregnant. Cleo's birth father was African American, and that's pretty much all Cleo knew.
The lavender outfit, the jewelry, and Barry, the floppy purple bear that she had slept with every night, were all she had of her. Her birth mom had left them with Cleo when she handed her over. Why else would your mom give you away? She tried not to think of it, but the question kept repeating as if Lexi Lewis was inside her head, mocking her over and over. She stood on her bed. She put the side of her face against Fortune, trying to imagine it was soft and warm, but it wasn't. It was just some paper on the wall. An ache so deep it went all the way to the bottoms of her feet, caused her eyes to water. She looked through the blurry eyes at Fortune's radiant face. She had wanted to believe this woman was her birth mom. Tried so hard to believe it, and she'd made what this woman had one day had done. Wait, and she'd made what this woman had done okay by thinking she'd had to place her up for adoption. Because she was destined to be Fortune, and she couldn't let anything stop her, not even a baby.
But it was a fantasy. It was only a fantasy. She ripped the poster from the wall and tossed it to the ground. Mom and Dad always talked about it like it was such a brave and loving thing. Her birth mom had done recognizing she couldn't give Cleo the home that she deserved. But at this particular moment, Cleo wasn't buying it. If her birth mom had known what a great kid Cleo would become, she would have found a way to keep her close. Cleo crawled under her comforter and hugged Barry to her chest. She didn't try to keep herself awake.
Someone was knocking on her door. Dad called her name. Cleo looked at the clock on her nightstand. 2:38. Dad was home already? She shuffled across the floor, rubbing her eyes. She removed the chair and opened the door. Cleo, what have I told you about blocking your... Mom's eyes went to the chain around Cleo's neck. You've got down the things from your birth, Mom? Cleo turned away. She quickly gathered the baby outfits, stuffed them back in the box, and shut them in her closet. She left the necklace on. Don't you have soccer? She asked Dad. My assistant's covering for me. Mom picked up the poster of Fortune. Why is this on the ground? I took it down. Mom peered into her face. She sat the poster on Cleo's desk. Sweetie, what's going on? She led Cleo to the bed, then they sat. What did the girl say to you? Dad pulled up her desk chair. Josh's face appeared around the doorframe. Did Cleo get kicked out of school? She had a hard day, Dad said, heading for the door. You and Jay play in your room for a bit. I'll come in a few minutes.
Josh sped off. As soon as the door was shut, Cleo spilled it all. Kaylee accidentally hitting Lexi with the tetherball. Cleo seeing the bloody loose tooth in Lexi's mouth. How she tried to convince Lexi to let her pull it. I guess I got a little pushy. You? Dad said, smiling. Then she called me a freak. And so you hit her? Mom suddenly didn't sound so understanding. No, I told her I wasn't a freak. Dad nodded. That sounds like a good response. Then she said, why else would your mom give you away? Mom inhaled sharply. She put her arm around Cleo as if to protect her from what had been said. Her eyes sparked. Oh, honey, I am so sorry. She lifted Cleo's chin. Listen to me. You know there is nothing wrong with being adopted.
Cleo nodded, although she still wished she hadn't had to be. And you have no reason to be ashamed. Is that girl? What's her name? Lexi Lewis. Lexi Lewis should be ashamed of herself, and she will be after I get a hold of her. She will rue the day she met Cleopatra's mother. Cleo had no idea what rue meant, but if it had anything to do with being sorry, then Cleo rued the day she met Lexi Lewis. Nikki, calm down a minute. Dad put his heavy hand on Cleo's leg. It's understandable you were angry, Dad said. You were hurt, but it's not okay that you took it out on Lexi the way that you did. I know, I just lost it. I think I understand better how Josh feels when he goes berserk. I'm really sorry. Does Lexi know that? Cleo bit the side of her mouth. I apologize. Kind of. Dad looked at her tenderly. I know you'll find a way to make it right with her. Now Dad crossed his arms. As for the Nerf gun, you knew you were breaking a rule when you brought that to school, didn't you?
Yeah. She searched for the words that would make that part of her actions right, but she was having a hard time finding them. It had been a dumb risk. I guess I just wanted to make up for Saturday going so badly. Dad nodded. She might as well tell them now about the video of Josh. Get all the punishment over with at once. And there's more bad news. The phrase jogged her memory. Kaylee had said the exact same thing that morning, but she couldn't remember what Kaylee's bad news was. Go on, Mom prompted. I used Dad's tablet to record me yanking Josh's tooth. Then I put it on YouTube. You what? Said Mom. YouTube, the video sharing website.
I know what it is. Cleo. I just can't believe you know how to do that. She looked astonished. Dad looked like he was trying not to smile. Actually, Ernie Jr., I meant EJ did it, but I know how to now. Mom scratched her forehead. She looked stunned. I didn't know what to say. I think I should be angry, but I'm not sure. He's already gotten almost 800 views, Cleo announced, since Mom had grounded her on the spot. 800? Now it's Dad's turn to be astonished. How? Probably because the link was on the flyer I handed out to everyone at school. My advertising worked. Dad crossed his arms. Josh, you went viral. Wow. I'll show it to my students. That definitely will raise my cool quotient. Cleo gave Dad a don't get your hopes up look. Arms crossed, one eyebrow raised, and lips off to the side.
Hold on. Mom sounded grave. Cleo slumped. She should have known Mom wouldn't let it pass so easily. Here came the consequence. I want to see this YouTube hit first. She wrapped her solid arms around Cleo. I was bummed. I missed the actual event. Thanks to you. We've got to record it. Cleo relaxed, grateful for her real moms, a real embrace. And if you're wondering, yes, there will be a consequence for taking your father's tablet without asking. Oh well, at least she could count on her mom to be consistent.
Okay.
And
That's it for chapter 15. Bye, guys.